Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place to find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is Friday, so we're talking tech and English with the Tech Divas. I'm here with my partner, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. And I'm Teresina from California Cover Ups, and we're the Biz Chicks. And we want to welcome you to the show. We want you to enjoy the conversation. Sit back, relax, hydrate. It's all going to be in English. Don't be scared. How you doing this morning, Fran?
I am well. How are you?
All is well. We want to say hi to the replay gang too.
Yep.
So you might.
Welcome to everybody watching live on the replay on all platforms, wherever we are. Just want to say thank you for stepping in and taking this time out to sit in on our Friday, this week's edition of Tech Life Weekly with the Tech Divas. We'll have TJ and Dr.
Dr.
Tachi,
Tachi.
other friends joining us, so stay tuned. And we always kick everything off with this week in tech history. Um, so I'm going to get started with that. I did move away from the page and now I got to go back. Uh, we have, man, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Really?
Yeah. Well, because April, today is the what? Today is the 16th.
Yes.
They had the first space shuttle launch April 12th, 1981. And this mission intended to prove the feasibility of space shuttles in specific and reusable spacecraft in general. It was originally set to launch on the 10th. Problems delayed the launch by 2 days, which caused the launch to occur 20 years after Yuri Gagarin became the first man to fly into space. So there was this whole race thing, a racing, like who's going to go there first.
Mm.
I think it's a
Mm-hmm.
guy thing, but okay. Who's going to get to space first? Still not going to Mars because they haven't figured out how to do this right. Um, so April 12th, 1981. Uh, Houston, we've had a problem. This is April 13th, 1970. An oxygen tank aboard the service module of Apollo 13 explodes. Moments later, astronaut Jack Swigert announces the later famous phrase, Houston, we've had a problem here.
Mm-hmm.
It cripples
Mm-hmm.
the spacecrafts, resulting in a near complete loss of electricity and oxygen. The oxygen leak will force the crew to abandon the command module for the lunar module as a makeshift lifeboat, becoming stranded for 4 days, more than 200,000 miles from Earth, while NASA plans the most spectacular rescue mission in U.S. history.
Okay.
I was like, interesting. I was like, okay. TJ is asking for a code here.
Yeah,
So,
I got her.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, history. But they got them back. They got that part right. They rescued them back. You understand what I mean? I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
y'all could, I might, you know. Um, April 13th, 2000, the heavy metal group Metallica sues Napster, alleging copyright infringement and racketeering. Okay. This lawsuit, later joined by Dr. Dre, as well as other lawsuits from the RIAA,
Mm-hmm.
eventually caused the original Napster service to shut down and file bankruptcy. However, the Pandora's box that Napster opened could not be closed, and digital distribution changed the music industry forever.
Wow. I like
Hmm.
Napster was a real issue.
It really was. And as for Metallica, their reputation was tarnished for some time by this move because, ironically, Metallica owed much of their early popularity to the spread of unauthorized copies of their early albums.
Mm.
And as the
Okay.
heavy metal genre in general, and Metallica in particular, did not get much airplay at the time, it was reported that Metallica quietly encouraged the free spread of their music in the early 80s. Therefore,
Yeah.
many viewed Metallica's action against Napster as a hypocritical and greedy.
I, yeah. I think they really benefited from it, and so what happened was they began to understand that, you know, this was a method for distribution that went around the third party.
People are talking about your music in the other way. People were not hearing your music, and nobody was. It's kind of like what we have right now, going viral.
Mm-hmm.
That was their way of going viral at the time. And because more and more people were hearing the music, and now, uh, okay, we have lots of music now. Okay, April 14th, 1912, the RMS Titanic strikes an iceberg 4 days into its maiden voyage. Over 1,500 passengers drown when the ship sinks early the next morning. The Marconi wireless equipment on board is used to call for help, effectively saving 700 people. It was that it was stated that those who have been saved through one man, Mr. Marconi, and his wonderful invention.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I said wow too. And yeah, they were saying that the Titanic could have been worse. Um, okay, there was a whole lot of stuff going on with that. Columbia
That's
lands in April 14th, 1981. The first test flight of the first operational space shuttle, the Columbia, ends successfully as the orbiter lands at Edwards Air Force Base in California. So we had a
mm-hmm.
shuttle that went and came back. The test flight was good. They're working on it. And I've got, how many stories do I want to do? Oh, just two more. April 15th, 1892. The General Electric Company is founded.
Mm.
It was formed by a merger of Edison General Electric, started by Thomas Edison, and the Thomson Houston Electric Company. GE was one of the original 12 companies listed on the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and in 2010 was ranked by Forbes as the world's second largest company. That was in
Mm-hmm.
2010. Hey, TJ, did
Now,
you
why is
get the
she
link?
in the audience? TJ, I sent you the link to your messenger. If you want it sent another way, let me know. Okay.
Am
Hey,
I
Brenna.
lost? I think this
Mm-hmm.
is, oh, it could be the last story. Could be not be. Oh, no, I'm going to make this one the last story. April
Okay.
16th, 1977, on the same day at the first annual West Coast Computer Fair, both the Apple II and the Commodore PET 2001 personal computers are introduced.
Mm.
Ironically, Commodore had previously rejected purchasing the Apple II from Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, deciding to build their own computers.
Things that keep you up at night, girl.
both computers, both computers use the same processor, the MOS 6502, but the companies had two different design strategies, and it showed on this day. Apple wanted to build computers with more features at a higher price point. Commodore wanted to sell less feature-filled computers at a lower price point. The Apple II had color, graphics, and sound, selling for $1,298. This is in 1977.
Mm-hmm.
The Commodore PET only had a monochrome display and was priced at $795.
Wow.
Spend the
Well,
extra five
you get
and get
pictures, color.
and sound. Come on.
Wow. So basically, the other one was just only fit for playing pong.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And it said, note, it was very difficult. Oh, the guy found the pictures of these, and I'm gonna see if I can show them to you of what they look like.
Hmm.
Ooh, wee.
Hey, Pat. Hey, David. How you doing today?
Okay, so here is the picture of those computers from 1977. Am I showing you my ring light? Yes.
Yeah. Uh huh. Oh yeah, I remember those. I So if you see any of those sitting around nowadays, they are really viable in the auction market.
Right.
You got
Somebody
one in your
wants them.
garage, you might want to dust it off and call somebody.
So April, that was 1977.
Mhm. Wow.
My last story, April 17th, 1967, the spacecraft Surveyor 3 is launched from Cape Kennedy. It is the second U.S. spacecraft to make a soft landing on the moon. Surveyor 2 crash landed, where it will study the lunar surface and send more than 6,300 pictures back to Earth. I have like 6,300 pictures on my phone. I'm just,
I'm just saying. Wow, we got some comments over here.
you
David
know,
says,
let me finish this out and we'll get
okay.
over there. In all, 7 surveyors will be sent to the moon, 5 of them successfully completing soft landings. That's your week in tech history.
Okay, but David's joined us, and David's always got wonderful
Good.
things to keep us entertained. He says
1977
1977,
won't, no.
Rona in 1977, and then he says, "What's wrong with playing pong?" Because I said
Not a thing. You
all
all
that
good,
little.
TJ?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, you're
Okay,
great.
I had to put my headphones on.
Okay. He says, "Whoa, those take me back." Talking about
Ugh,
your picture of
I
the
can't.
computer.
Right.
And then he says, sitting around, what you think I'm on Facebook with now? Okay. Thank
So,
goodness.
right. So, in the news, are you in the laptop, TJ?
Yeah, I'm trying out a different laptop today. A Windows
Okay.
machine.
Woo! She's gone to the
Oh,
Windows.
dark
well, it
side.
is Tech Friday.
Yeah, it is.
And
Boy, oh boy.
I was trying to sync my AirPod Pro, but I didn't have to trying to figure out Windows. I've forgotten everything. So I was just like, I'll just put on some headphones.
Yes. It's like when someone passes me an Android phone, I'm like,
What do you do
okay,
with it?
how do I navigate on this?
Okay,
Like,
you know,
how do I navigate?
Yeah, I'm
I am
touching,
telling
I'm
you,
swiping. Craziness. Okay.
uh, and it is not fun. Okay, so we have a tech playground, which we'll be having
Hmm.
one come up where people can call us and we'll walk them through the technology and help them use their phone better
Yeah.
and things of that nature. I was on a phone call the other day because, okay, we have social distancing, so I can't go to somebody's house. They
Right.
Hmm.
wanted to do something simple like, let's get them on StreamYard. Now, you know how easy StreamYard is. You basically put in a code in your browser,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
Mhm.
You put a code in the browser, and after you put the code in the browser, it gives you a couple of things, and it'll ask you to give your camera mic and give your computer, give camera and mic access. I was like, oh my gosh. They were on an HP. It's a fairly new computer because I always ask people, how old is your computer? When did you buy it? Oh, I
Right.
bought it 3 years ago. I'm like, okay, 3 years ago, we should be cool. And we should be really cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
We could not get that camera to turn on. I was like, okay. And then some people you have to, okay, the browser is the address bar is at the top. You have to walk people through, and it wasn't just a simple.
Yeah, and you have to walk them through by color because they don't know where their eyes should go. I keep explaining this to Francine. They don't know where their eyes should go, so their eyes are over to the right. They should be to the left. They should be to the center, and they should be on the blue one or the gray one or the white one. And she doesn't talk like that.
And I have to, okay, when I say at the top of the computer, I mean go to the very top and let's work our way down. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay.
Because it's blue.
See,
So
that's we use
not
something called Team Viewer. The software that's Team Viewer, that's like help that software, but it has to be installed on both computers, and then I can connect. Because I had to do that with my sister the other day because she wanted to start a Shopify store, and I was trying to explain to her on the phone, will you do this and that? I said, wait a minute, just turn on Team Viewer and let me control your PC.
Let me handle it.
Yeah, so I instead of her to go to the top and click, so I just do it. I was just doing it myself. I said, don't touch the mouse, let me do it. So we use the software to do that, but it's just impossible to do it over the phone, like you're saying, and telling somebody to click on the top left blue button, and like, I don't see it. I'm like, it's there.
Yeah, so I now use what is it? If they have FaceTime,
yeah,
show me your computer. Show me your computer. I need to see it because there are dialog boxes come up, and then then the person had some erroneous. It wasn't Google controlling the search engine. It was something else.
It was something else.
I was like, who is that? And why are they controlling your? I was like, now I have to go over down this road because it wasn't the way it's supposed to be. And this was on a PC. And PC is known for things popping up and say, hey, we can make your browser experience a lot better.
Oh, those pop-ups.
And if you click on it, where's Google? Okay, you clicked on something that wasn't Google. So we now have to just don't click on stuff. I'm just telling you, if you have a PC, please do not click on all the little.
But they click on everything.
The bells, the whistles, the stuff that the shiny objects that they try and get you to click on. Please don't click on them. Just don't.
That's well, here's David. He says, have you seen the increase in people frustrated with tech since being home? 98% of them are using tech from 1977.
Yeah.
Dr. Tachi, go ahead. Dr. Tachi was saying something about your mom.
Yeah, that's my mother clicking on everything. So, but then I said, but why did you click it? Well, it says to click. Who said to click?
He did.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Tim. Tim is in here today.
Hey, Tim.
Hey, Tim.
Listen, folks, that Belcom you bought in 2002 from Circuit City, it ain't going to handle your Wi-Fi needs.
Not Circuit City.
This is David. He said
Circuit City.
Circuit City has not been a while. Circuit City is gone, man.
Yes, I'm saying your Packard Bell PC will not be able
not
to
Packard Bell. Wow.
Live streaming. Are they still in business? Okay. Okay, let's have a chat about the dangers of social media and the overshare you're doing in helping identity thieves Obtain your information by sharing all the vehicles you own and your senior picture from 1842.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And you in front
Gabby,
of your vehicle with a fan full of money with the address showing
just
in the
stupid
back.
stuff with your address showing in the back of the picture.
Why not
Hey,
just leave
Gabby.
your door open so people can come and collect what they like?
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
they're doing that.
I can't.
Somebody told me about um, there's a way I can hide my stuff so that I can stay private, or there's a new browser or something where you can stay private or whatever. I was like, don't, please do not download that.
Mm-mm.
Are they talking about VPNs or what are they talking about?
It wasn't
No,
a
there's a
VPN.
new No, there's a new
wanted to click
browser.
on.
No, there's a new
Mm.
browser called Brave, and it's based
Yeah.
on Chrome.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
That's
okay.
nice. Good for them.
Your privacy went out the window the day you signed up to try and win that new car.
Say
Yep.
that. The day you bought something on credit and gave it to the credit bureau, which has been hacked how many times? Okay, it's over. I keep telling people the day somebody left their laptop on the back seat with your information in it. It's
No,
over.
TJ talked about that when anything you did because you signed up to put, win this new car.
At the
Mhm.
mall
And
in
you
the
filled
80s.
out.
Mm-hmm. With physical slips of paper with
Yeah.
your
Oh
name,
my.
address, phone number, everything on, and you
Mhm.
fold it
A
up and
free
put it in.
trip.
Let me do another one. So you've
Yep.
got several for people to take.
Yes.
Look, look.
That's it.
How
It was
about
on
this,
paper.
guys? Posting to timeline, you got your stimulus check and sharing pictures of
What? They did what?
people. People get their check and they
Yeah,
go
and they took
online.
pictures. Wow. Okay.
Posting to the timeline, you got your stimulus check and sharing pictures of the $1,000 TV you just bought and leaving the box at the curb that ensures that thieving fool down the street has a right house to steal from.
Okay.
Ay.
Why are you buying a 55
Okay.
million inch screen
A
TV
55 million inch.
with your stimulus check? No judgment, but couldn't that
Just
be
asking. We're
just asking? Just asking. If you really want to spend it, you can't invest it. You can't. Let me shut up.
Oh, wait a minute. That the Apple is too much money, but you just got $1,000 toward it. Get the doggone Apple computer.
Right, because
Okay.
if it's something that is going to help you down
It's
the
a
line with your
tool.
financial, it is a tool.
An
It's like,
investment.
yeah, exactly. I think the same way, with computers, with cameras that I buy, with all that type of stuff. It's like, all right, it may hurt now, but I'm going to make it back.
And it's
Right.
another write-off for your taxes.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because we're a consumer. A lot of people are in consumer mindset where they want to buy when they get money instead of saving it. Save
Mhm.
it.
Okay,
They
here's
wanna
David.
spend
He's
it.
on a rant.
David is coming in on a rant.
David is on it.
And
Exactly.
then
you
you can
complain.
complain because you got evicted in 6 months because you didn't pay your doggone rent, baby.
Oh my God.
Come on now.
Can
That's
you
what
live
the
in your
tax
big?
is for.
Thank you. Can you live in your big screen TV? Will the
The
cast
box?
members of Full House come through the TV and say, "Here, live here"?
I can live in the box that it comes in.
Can you take it to the homeless shelter?
Exactly.
Box.
The box.
If you get yourself one of those unlocked grocery cards, you can put all your stuff in there, chain it to you while you're asleep on the cot, and then you'll be
Wow.
good to go. So does that, when you say all of that, does that make any good sense? It doesn't.
No.
Well, it's kind of hard to find Wi-Fi on the streets of Sacramento. I know y'all got it in
Well, we
in
got
New
it
York,
here, so
but we don't have it like
No.
that.
See, not everybody is New York City.
No.
With
Yep.
free
there's
Wi-Fi,
Wi-Fi everywhere.
Yes, but it comes at a cost because they're
Mhm.
tracking you from that too.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Being
This
tracked
carriage,
everywhere.
That was her thought process. Because I think in Canada they're gonna get several checks. They're gonna get a don't trip.
Well,
We're not moving to Canada. But I'm
we're
just
talking
saying,
we're talking about a country that actually cares about its citizens.
Mhm.
So where when you talk about countries where okay the taxes are so high in Canada, places like Toronto. That's why I grew up across the bridge from the Canadian from Fort Erie, Ontario, and so Canadians would come to us to shop because you had to pay the sales tax and then a province tax. So your tax
wow.
ended up being like 15% when you bought,
Hmm.
went to go clothes shopping or whatever. But I don't mind that type of thing if I know that, okay, well, my healthcare is going to be free. I don't mind
Yes.
doing that. If I know that my roads are going to look impeccable. And Canada is clean, okay? If I know
Yes,
that
it
the place
is.
is going to stay clean, I don't mind doing those types of things. So, it's one way or the other. You have that money, you save that money, but then your roads look like trash.
Mhm.
You don't have you can't get sick because if you get sick, it's curtains for you. So, I mean, honestly, I'd rather have it the other way. So when you're talking about they're getting more stimulus money, it's because A, they paid into the system for that to happen, and then B, the country actually cares what happens to its
Mhm.
citizens.
Okay.
We have
So
a
here's
comment from, go ahead.
David. Go ahead, Francis.
David,
David told
David
him,
is
roll
on one. He's
Kim
filling in
just
for
said.
Mark today.
Right?
David said, can't live in the box. That thieving fool down the road took the box you left at the curb and put your TV back in it so he could return it to the store for a 10% discount because he didn't have the receipt.
Oh my
wow.
gosh.
And he'll
Here's
probably
Kim.
buy something from using that money and go buy him a tool or two. Anyway, Tim Gillette. Hey, Tim. Stimulus checks and marketing will tell us who the real marketers are. If last month you told everyone you are helping people become a millionaire like you, and this month you post you got your stimulus check, do you really make $1 million a year?
There it is.
Well stated, Tim.
Ah,
Very nice.
Oh my gosh.
You win,
Okay.
Tim. You win.
Oh my gosh.
Tim,
Very nice.
That is
and
too funny.
yeah, and if you're a blogger or want to know how to blog, you need to reach out to Tim. He's
He's good.
genius at it. Tim
Mm.
Gillette will help you. His stuff is simple, easy to understand. Oh, like the stuff we like to talk about.
Mhm.
So reach out to Tim. He can help you. And Karen said most millionaires don't tell anybody what they have.
Say that.
Exactly. Can you
Yeah.
say that again for the people in the back?
You don't know
Most
a millionaire.
millionaires don't tell anybody what they have. You don't even know it. They're
Yeah.
millionaires, but you don't ever know.
Yep. Most of them are walking around in khakis and t-shirts. Deck
Yeah.
shoes.
They understand the value of money, and that unfortunately is something that has not been taught to us culturally. For a lot of us, money is not talked about. Money is not something, and it's interesting, rabbit hole, but this is interesting. I looked at a friend of mine's status on Facebook, and she lives up in Prince George's County in Maryland. And apparently the school board passed that financial literacy is going to be part of the curriculum mandatory in Prince George's
Good.
County for the 23-24 school year. Unheard of. And that needs to happen, because if it's not being taught at home, like we just hear about, we tend to hear about money problems. We tend to hear about, okay, well, don't spend, don't do. All right, well, then what can I do? And you don't understand the value of money. So I think we need to do a better job here anyway.
Mm-hmm. Well,
We do, and that's why we have Coach Karen. And I wanted
yes.
to ask a question. Dave, is this Tim's project, the blog and videocon.com? I believe it is. Go sign up for $20 for the upcoming virtual summit, and $10 of those dollars are going to charity. Is that Tim's project?
Ooh, I like that.
I
That's
think
a good
so.
idea.
Mm-hmm.
The price admission for live. Yes.
life.
Okay, cool. For life. Blog and videocon.com. gillette.com.
It's Tim Gillette.
Yes.
David said, yes, it is. Good.
Yes, we need to sign up for that. It's $20. Come on, people, learn how to blog.
And no, that half of it's going to charity.
Right.
I
That's
saw
good
your
cause.
T-shirts yesterday, Tachi.
What happened?
She said, what T-shirts? I loved it with the elephants.
Oh,
Is
yes.
Is that
Oh.
vinyl? What is that?
No. I hand
transfer.
do everything. So I
You
create.
painted that?
Yes,
Your screen. Oh, you don't use the screen. You hand
I
paint.
do.
Oh,
So
you
here's
use the
thing.
screen. Okay.
I
Tell
do some shirts. I do completely hand painted because I'm also an artist. Some shirt, but that takes a long time. So
Right.
I also know how to create screens. So I will either create it with screen filler or burn the screen. I draw it first,
Right.
then I burn the screen, and then I
Right.
hand screen it myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are hand screened. The one, the
That's
elephant.
cool.
Okay, you need to put that in this chat because I was like, I want one of them T-shirts. I got some friends who are deltas, and I'm like, she's doing elephants. I'm so cool with that. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
You got to have one of these T-shirts, especially now she told me all that goes into it. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I just love art. I've always loved art and drawing and things like that. And so it was actually one Christmas, I said, nobody's getting anything bought. I'm making everything. So I hand painted.
No, that's a great idea.
Yeah. So
And I like the idea of the handcrafted gift.
Me
Yeah.
too.
There you go. Well, you know what everybody's getting this year?
Mask.
They're getting a Biz Chicks mask.
Oh, those are so nice.
You're doing
My
that
name
now.
was- see that?
Yeah.
I
But
love it.
did we turn it?
Whoa.
Which isn't it turned the other way, Terry? I don't know because I
No, that's
No.
yeah.
I put it on. Show you guys.
Oh, that's amazing.
I should go get my mask. I got my mask from Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
I
I
need
was
to
like,
get one, Carolina. I need to support.
Yeah, so last time I was playing around with my Cricut, I said, I can put the name on there. But I understand what it takes to make something happen, Tachi. I'm like,
Yeah.
I need to know where to get that.
You're a handcrafter too, so you completely understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get the new fabric? You said Tuesday you were gonna get new fabric.
Yes, I got
Okay.
fabric, so I'm
Okay.
excited.
Okay.
So now I can
So-
find the different colors and stuff.
so Jill is asking what's $20, and Jill, that's Tim Gillette's blog and videocon.com. And when you sign up for the virtual summit, $10 of those dollars are going to charity.
Yeah, let me put it back
That's
up.
Tim. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
put the HTTP in front. I'll do it.
Okay.
Because if you put the HTTP in front of it, they'll be able to link to it.
Let's see. There it is. The information while she's doing that,
Right.
Jill, is what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And we support one another around here because we know these
Yeah.
people.
Yes.
Yes, and we know they're going to add value. It's not going to be crappy. So
Oh, it won't be the millionaire with the stimulus check.
Oh,
people, please.
Yeah, I don't know about any of you all, but I have had enough of these cockamamie webinars that don't tell you really anything.
I know.
I have
They're coming out
had
of
it.
the woodwork. They're coming out of the
Yes.
woodwork.
And it waters down the credentials sometimes of people who actually do know and actually do add value, because now every damn body is doing this. Stop it. There are other things you can do during this time besides come up with cockamamie information for us to digest.
I agree.
Wow.
And waste people's time. I was like, next. I'm just swiping away from some stuff. I was like,
Don't
next.
you love it when you're waiting for them to get to the bottom line after sitting there for 4 hours? Like, and then the bottom line is, so you need to, I don't know, eat more vegetables and drink more water. Like, what?
Exactly. Or here comes the timer that pops up, and I have a book that will tell you all about eating vegetables and things, and you have 10 minutes to get it. The countdown is out. Oh, I saw Tim bought it. Oh, I saw Lola bought it. Oh, enough.
Or that one where you keep scrolling down to get to the answer and they keep scrolling you down and down.
And it's like,
and
that's what you get.
and down. I was like, I can't do this. You're
I'm
wasting.
tired.
I'd like to say we're wise to the ways, but I don't think we are, because I think we're always on that quest to make more money, to become that millionaire. And people know, marketers and other people know this. And so they're going to continue to come up with these things because people continue to go into these webinars and such.
I do want to say this. The Cash App has come
Before
up
you,
with
wait a minute. Before you jump over there, I want to get to Jill's question. So hold your thought real quick.
Oh, okay.
Jill wants to know how may we support the elephant T-shirt creator. That's you, Dr. Tati.
I put it in it in the chat. I put it on Facebook.
Okay,
It's
so
on
put it in the Facebook chat. Okay.
Yes. You want me to put it in this chat too?
Yes, if you can.
Yes.
And if it'll allow you to do that, go ahead and put it in that chat. And if it doesn't,
the
put it in the
type of
private chat.
T-shirt is. Oh, I see.
If you put it in the private chat, I can put it in there.
Okay, I put it in the private chat too.
Okay, good. And then I'll put it over there. Okay, yeah, I saw that. I'm going to add to that because if you for whatever reason, you got to put the HTTP, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
When I saw that T-shirt, I was like, what? She does what? And then you were having a rant about the can and some of these other film things that are going on.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It was my first time really watching social.
Oh, well, thank you for coming. You are now part of the Mediascope family.
Well, Mediascope family.
Yeah.
We have a good time on Wednesdays.
We do.
It was fun. It was really fun.
It's a trip.
It's a party. And I mean, it's really the audience that makes it the party. I look forward to Wednesday because I know I'm going to have a good time Wednesday night. It is like a party every week.
Well,
it is.
You know,
that should be a tagline. It's a party every week.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Write that down.
Yep, it's a party every week.
It's a party every week. It really
you
is.
Forget it. It's a party every week. Okay. Yeah. So
okay, Terry.
I wanted to talk about the stimulus check.
Okay.
Because you can get your stimulus check directly deposited into your Cash App. And Cash App recently started an opportunity for you to buy stock over there. Okay. And it's very, very simple. It's, we don't hear at Biz Chicks, we don't like convoluted crap.
No, ma'am.
Nope.
And with that,
I'm sorry, you can set up an investing account in less than maybe 10, 15 minutes, Fran? What did you say?
Yeah.
And then you can proceed to buy stock.
Now but that part that she didn't put in there was that they give you a routing number and an account number so that you can deposit your money directly to your Cash App, bypassing the banks altogether.
Disruption of the banking industry. And the thing I like about this, my mother owns a home healthcare agency, and consequently she has a lot of PCA, personal care aides, that on home health aides that work for her. And a lot of them don't have bank accounts. So when they get paid, they go to the check cashing store and
cashing place. Yes.
Yeah. And I'm like, you know what? We need to look into setting up, because you can have a routing number and an account number. We need to look into setting up accounts for them with Cash App, because that really gives you a level of freedom that you don't have when you have to walk around with this cash in your hands because you're cashing the check. It's also the quickest way to spend the money you have, because you're not accounting for what you're spending when it's just all there. So I'm for the Cash App thing. I'm trying to get my mother to look into having accounts for the aides.
Well, can they have a Cash App account without a bank account? Don't you have to have a routing number to a bank, or can you use a credit card?
No, they just gave you a routing number in Cash App. Cash App gave you a routing. That's their routing number.
It
I had
functions
no
like a
idea.
bank now.
Right.
Okay.
And then the Cash App is, okay, I'm just going to say it, more trustworthy than Facebook. I'm not
Well,
trusting my money with Facebook.
never.
Why is Facebook letting me invest too? I'm not doing that with them. I'm
Never.
not giving them my routing number.
Not
I'll tell you
Facebook.
that.
Not
So,
today.
so Cash App is, there was something else I was going to say about, oh, they have a business and they have a personal for Cash
Yeah.
App.
Mm-hmm.
So there's one where if you're just doing business, you can do that, or you can use a personal side. They don't care, but they just disrupted the banking system.
They did. They did.
And the banks tried to come up with Zelle, which is a hard thing to do. I was like, Lord, why?
Yeah, I've seen Zelle, but it's so convoluted. Cash App is you
Yeah,
got this app, you send this money, voila.
I have
You
not
get a
tried
notice.
Zelle. And my question to you is: to
It's
do Zelle, do you
overrated.
have to be associated with a particular bank, ladies?
Okay, so here's the thing. Not all banks accept Zelle. Not all credit
Okay.
unions accept Zelle.
Okay.
Right.
Cash App is easy. Okay, and here's my other thing. I'm going to say it. I don't know if anybody, I do not do Venmo because Venmo is tied to PayPal. I don't like PayPal.
Yep.
Right.
PayPal is convoluted too. PayPal is I just don't like them.
That's okay.
Yeah, they
You
do
don't,
shady
you don't have
things.
to like them. Mhm.
Oh, wait. TJ said they do shady things.
Yeah, well,
Ooh.
if you can search and you'll see a lot of businesses, a lot of business complaints about PayPal and how they give you the money and distribute the money and all of that thing. There's a whole big thing behind PayPal and businesses, small businesses. So if you Google PayPal and small business, you'll be able to read the complaints from people. So, but PayPal is like GoDaddy. Everybody knows GoDaddy. So it's like, oh, you need a domain, you go to GoDaddy. I'm like, we're like, no. So the same thing. Everybody knows PayPal. It's not the greatest thing. It's just the most brand name, well known payment processor.
Correct.
The Stripe. There's other things. There's Square app. There's lots of other things.
And you know, I like
Square.
There's Square. Cash App is Square.
Square owns it.
So yes, Square owns it, and I've used Square for business for years. And so when I thought Cash App, I said, "Oh, Square, no problem." So
and Pat says I've lived for years without having a bank account and was still able to pay my bills and handle my business. I don't recommend that, but it's possible when times are hard. I have a bank account now, though. Okay, yeah, that money under the mattress is a problem if the house burned down.
Breezy.
Yeah, Mark said that I use Zelle. Buddy said I never use PayPal. I had a dispute with him years ago. They tried to extort me. See,
it's problematic, but here Lynn says she doesn't have a problem with them, and it's not everybody. It just seems to be some people have a good relationship with PayPal, and some people have a bad relationship.
I had a problem. Now eBay owns or used to own PayPal, so. And how they hold the money when I had my Etsy store. PayPal used to be a problem.
See, some people have it.
You can't get
forever
your money.
to pay. They take forever to pay.
And you can't get your money right when you need it. And you're like, well, it's not available. What do you mean it ain't available? Square, money goes in, it's available. They give you a card.
I have the card.
I have the card.
It makes you look rich because it's a black card. It's like, here, put it on my black card.
Because see, there's Cash App has a card, and the Square, like our Square business account, they have a card.
Yes.
So, so when you put the money into Square, it never has to get to your bank. It could go right to your card, and you could just pay using your card, and it also tracks it tracks your balance. It tracks your at the end of the year, so you can do your taxes and all of that. It tracks all of that for you. I was like, and I don't have to go into the branch and they not talk to me.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Mhm.
That was you know what really ticked me off about the bank? When they started making me pay to talk to the teller. I was too
Sorry.
through. I got to pay you $2 if I'm in this line to talk to a teller about my money. I don't think so.
Do they still do that?
We went to the credit union. I don't know what they do now. I don't think they can afford to do it now with all the
Mhm.
competition. But I was too through. I'm not gonna pay you to talk to you about my money. Okay.
And Brenda said, I never had a problem with the service, not fond of the owner and their views, tried not to use them. I think she's talking about
Yeah.
PayPal, and she
Mhm.
prefers Square. And Mark
Mhm.
said, and for those who are politically active and concerned, take note of PayPal's financial contributions and support for those who care.
That gets back to the CEO. Yeah,
The owner.
the guy
Yeah.
that's running PayPal.
Whoa.
And I
Mhm.
think you do have to be. It's sometimes it's a pain, but you
Uh-huh.
do have to be cognizant of that type of thing, because it's like if you're then really supporting and giving money to somebody who's anti your interests, if that's the
Mhm.
case, so you do have to pay attention to those types of
Yeah.
things.
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
But the good
And
thing, there's options. There are options from
Yes,
PayPal, from Square, from Cash App. There's different options. So you pick the one that you want to support.
exactly.
Okay. Now.
Jill says, you know how bank accounts are insured up to 250,000 by the Federal Reserve? Okay, sure. I wonder if
Mhm.
Cash App is as well, if we were to go bank free and have all the money there instead. So if we got $250,000, then I say it could be an issue for you. If you
Mhm.
got more than that in the bank, I would not put more than $250,000 in any bank,
Yeah.
because they're going to give you a reason why they can't get it back
Well,
to you if it gets stolen.
Because they don't have. Well, they don't have it.
I'm
Thank
gonna
you. They
ask
don't.
Siri if Cash App is FDI
FDIC.
Being
insured.
insured.
Mhm.
That's a good
Mhm.
Right.
question.
Okay. So.
When I looked, it seemed that it was backed by something called Summit Bank.
Mhm.
So it feels like there is a physical bank behind, in
Yeah,
partnership
it has to
behind
be.
this.
Yeah, it has to
Yeah.
be. Has to be. In order for
Yeah.
this to work, there has to be a bank behind this.
So
Right. Just like with the Apple Card is backed by Goldman Sachs.
mhm,
Mhm. Yeah. It has to
So
be back.
yeah.
It has to be backed by a financial institution.
mhm, mhm.
One
So
who would have to be, registered and be
responsible.
FDIC. Right. Mhm.
Okay. Now, it says
Yeah.
here
Now.
funds you
Oh,
deposit to Cash App are secure and insured. Square works with network
hold on.
institutions.
Oh, because I was reading Lennis's thing. What did you
Oh,
Okay.
just
I'm
say?
sorry.
Okay. Now I had a problem with Cash App too. Never went back, but sounds like they are changing. They held on to thousands once after an event. It took me, I
Mm.
don't know if that was Cash App. It took me 1 month to
No.
get them to. That sounds like some Eventbrite might do.
Yes, it does.
It could be
That
something
sounds
else.
like
Mhm.
Eventbrite.
Hmm.
Because it doesn't sound like Cash App, because Cash App, I don't think they take thousands. I'm thinking that might be Eventbrite.
Okay.
That sounds like Eventbrite
It does
activity.
sound like Eventbrite. Um, so this says over here on Twitter, my source, right? Funds you deposit to Cash App are secure and insured. Square works with network institutions who provide FDIC insurance
Yeah.
for a
They
majority
have
of the
to.
funds, and Square protects the remainder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let me tell you about Zelle. Zelle does not.
Mhm.
Still does
Mm.
There
not
you go.
protect.
Zelle does not. They tell you when you're sending this transaction for Zelle that it is
Mhm.
not. It's not like Zelle tells you it is not protected. I was like, hold
FDIC
on,
protected.
wait a minute. I'm getting it from, but this is
Wow.
Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and everybody using it.
And
Mhm.
it's bank to bank, so why wouldn't it be insured?
They're
Right.
I don't get it. Okay.
They said
Hmm.
they tell you make sure you know who you're sending it to, because they cannot. I'm telling you, read the fine print before you use it.
Hmm.
Mhm, mhm. You have
Wow.
to be
Yeah.
careful.
This is interesting. I didn't mean to turn this into a banking conversation, but I think it is interesting to know that there are some other opportunities to do something with the stimulus check, like invest it in something that is in the red now, but you know has got to come back, like public utilities, or just something that's going to be here when it's all over. And we're not making any recommendations. We're not stockbrokers or analysts or anything like that. But we're just saying do something to invest in the future. Think about it.
Right. Jill, let's see. Lenny says it was Cash App. I remember they lost the documentation of the transactions, and she remembers this clearly. And the reason why I'm asking and questioning is because the app is on your phone, and it has a timeline of when you pay somebody or when they pay you. There's a whole history there. Okay, wait. Mark is funny. And then Jill said cash is king, right? And Mark said, let's test it. Everyone send me cash via Zelle. I'll let you know if it works.
I love it. I love it.
There's Experian.com has an article about Zelle. So I put it in the chat. So if you guys want to
what you need to know.
More, yeah. So read that, and because it's Experian, so reliable source.
And then it's supposed to write. Okay, Venmo is PayPal's answer to the cash transfer. Okay, and I'm not doing Venmo either. Just saying.
Look, I have what I'm going to use. So
yeah, I'm using what I use because I like it, and they keep expanding and giving additional services. So I like that.
Exactly. Yes.
Hey, Carlos.
Says it was
here.
Hey, Carlos. Okay, she said that it was a glitch. Okay. Thank you, Linus. That's good to know. Yeah. So do your homework. Just do your homework. I personally experienced PayPal, and I was like, I don't like when I, want to do a what is it called? Do a transaction, have the client. Okay, let me start again. Make it easy for people to pay you, and PayPal is not easy for people to pay you. Once you put in your card, do you want to save this and create your own account? Don't do that.
Okay, so let me tell you, when we were talking, Terralina and I was talking about the mask first off. Remember we were saying, I said, do a Facebook Live and just have them pay you. So she was like, she used Cash App. So when I bought her the mask, all she gave me was the Cash App. I sent the money over. She got my address, and that was it. It couldn't have been any simpler than that. And we talked in Facebook Messenger. Yep. That was it. So it needs to be easy. Like Fran said, it needs to be easy. Don't make people jump through hoops to pay you, because I'm not going to jump through the hoops. But she had the Cash App, and she says, here's my, and with Cash App, your username is $ and whatever you sign up with. And you just tell people that the money gets transferred. And how do I get the product? I gave her my address. I just put it in Messenger.
Mailed it out.
Yeah. So she didn't have to set up a Shopify. She didn't have to set up a this or that.
No,
but I did have to stand in line for a while at the post office.
For the post office, right. But she's telling people, listen, I mail on Fridays. I mail the item out on Friday. So that's what's simple. The Facebook Live showing the mask, which one you want. PayPal me at, not PayPal.
Cash App me.
Cash me a Cash App. Give me your address, and that's it. So it's simple.
Right.
So no hoops to jump through.
Carlos is chiming in. He said, "Cash is great. Zelle is great. We beg to differ.
PayPal is okay.
PayPal is okay. Venmo bad.
Venmo's bad."
And then he said, even Facebook Messenger is money transfer is great. I was like, I don't trust it.
We're not really fans of Facebook and their financial.
Master of none. You don't
master of none.
Because when you try to do everything, you don't do any one thing well.
Right.
And they don't do one thing well.
They don't. They can talk about me all you like.
Yes, but we are using their platform. But we are always on the ready in case this goes south.
Exactly. Exactly. Because they're also not the only ones doing it, and they're not necessarily the best ones doing it. So
Right.
they're just doing it. That's the way it is with everything they do. Yeah, we have this. It's not like, oh, this is the best, but it's like, it exists. Poor
I
face.
think there's a new comment.
Yes, we have
Yeah.
Michael Becca from Indonesia.
Indonesia.
Welcome.
Hello.
What is the application name? And I'm not sure what application you are referring to. If this is BizChicks,
You want to join BizChicks?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. It's BizChicks. So you're welcome to join in. Mark said, "Cash me outside." Oh wait, that's
That's that girl. That's that girl that was on Dr. Phil.
She was deplorable. Wow.
Okay.
Well, 15 minutes of fame.
Yep.
Yes. Terry said, "Please teach it to me." Gotta be handmade. Linda said, "Please teach it to me. I'm in and out. Can't understand what Coach called the type of pay for." So TJ, if you can reach out to her and help her with that.
Linda, I will. No problem.
Okay. And Carlos said, "I've used them all and rates based on experience." Okay. And again, you got to find out what works best for you.
For you.
I'm just saying, make it easy for people to pay you. That's it. Just don't, like TJ said, make them jump through a hoop with a fire ring and some other stuff.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Because they're not going to do it. They're not.
Nope. I will shut it down in a minute. And I got to tell you about some other stuff. Remind me about delivery service.
Okay.
Food delivery. Remind me about that.
Okay.
Jill said, "At the moment, I take every dang form of payment, credit card over the phone." Okay, let me tell you about credit card over the phone. They charge you more for that. Card not present, they charge you more. Oh, yes,
that's what it is. Card not present. Mm-hmm.
They're going to charge you more. So send them a Square invoice, which is better, and so that they can pay via their card. Cash, check.
Excellent.
She takes Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, all of them, whatever is easiest for the customer. Do that. But just know that if you take the card over the phone, it's going to cost you more money. She hasn't had any problems yet. Okay, and thank you, Jill. We're just telling you what we've experienced.
Yeah, we're just basing it on people have different experiences with PayPal. Some have great experiences, some don't. But you have to take all of that and try, like you said, try it out for yourself, and you see which one that you like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Brenda said, "Square is common."
Smart word.
I know.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Brenda said, "I didn't want to do any third party. People push me to keep one. I want the CC and want to the legitimacy as much as possible."
CC credit card? Is CC credit card?
Right.
But like Fran just said, if you take credit card over the phone, they charge you more because there isn't a credit card present. That's why you have the third party payment processor. And you need that to do stuff over the internet. Like I explained with Terralina, she just did Cash App, but that's still a payment processing system.
Right.
Unless you're doing, I'm at a flea market, I'm at an event or something, which we're not doing anymore. But I'm just saying, if you were doing face to face, you could do cash or whatever. But like Fran says, if you do something without the credit card where you're not swiping it, they charge you more because the credit card is not present in the person's hand. So it protects them, the credit card companies,
for fraud.
Right, for fraud.
You know, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No.
I was just thinking through all of this. This is really, beyond the disruption of the banking industry, this is also the disruption of the using cash, because often, you're not able to go to very many places, and so with people ordering things more online, you can't order online with cash. So it's interesting how I don't know that we're fully moving towards this, but a lot of people want kind of a cashless society. I don't know how you feel about that.
Well, it's coming. We're pretty much close. Now, see, when you know the firemen, when they have the boot and they're saying, okay, put some cash in the boot for their
Mhm.
fireman's fund or for whatever
Right.
they're raising
Mhm.
funds for. Most people don't carry cash. But
Correct.
had they had a sign affixed to the boot that said Cash App or cash tag Fireman's Fund, I can sit
Mhm.
there in my car and Cash App them the Fireman's Fund right into their fund. Because
Exactly.
now you're trying me to dig around and see if I got a quarter under the seat or something because I don't have cash in my car.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
if
Exactly.
they had a cash tag, a payment that was acceptable, and they had a cash tag, then I would donate to their cash tag without getting out of
Okay.
my car and just.
Exactly.
Well, ladies, um, I know y'all got some things on your heart that you want to talk about, and
Yeah, but
Okay,
Fran,
wait,
we're
wait a
there's
going
a
to
minute.
talk
couple.
about
There's a
the
couple more
religious
comments.
stuff.
Right.
Right.
There's
Yeah,
a
We're
let's
couple
gonna.
more
go to these
comments.
comments. Mhm.
Yeah. So Mark says I like unmarked bills in an envelope slipped under my door.
Me too.
Norwex covers all of her card fees, and that's great.
It's good.
'Cause if your company backs that up, whatever company that
Mhm.
you're working with,
That's
then
cool.
that's perfectly fine. And then Michelle says, "Hey, how is everybody? I accept Cash App, Square, which Square developed Cash App and Cash. I do have Venmo, but not a big fan. I just have Venmo on hand for clients that prefer Venmo."
Mm.
Yes, she's
Mhm.
right. Have if a customer prefers Venmo, by all means use it. But you say I have the who was that said Jill that she takes everything?
Mhm.
Take
Mhm.
everything.
Yeah.
Right, right. And you do what's best for your clients, whatever, you kind of work it out.
Mm-hmm.
Carlos has said something about Square didn't verify the legitimacy of the credit card, but see, that's not the experience I had with Square. Square sent me something, um, the chip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so every
The
card,
dip.
where's my card, has a chip on it. Do I have a
Mm-hmm.
card nearby?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it has the chip on it.
Okay, so let me see. Okay, this card has a chip. This is a chip.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Can you not show us your number?
Oh,
Please
this
don't.
card has, thank you. This card has a chip. Terry has the processor for the chip. This
The
is what
dipper.
now, and you need to read when they send you stuff, you need to read when they email you or whatever.
Yes.
So they said,
Terms
if
and
you
conditions.
take a card, and this is the swipe side of it. If
Right.
you swipe a card using the little
Use that.
swiper,
Mhm.
if
Right.
you swipe the card and the card has a chip, you will be liable for any fraudulent activity.
Because they
Correct.
want you to use the thing with the chip.
If you have a chip reader, you need to use a chip reader with the card. If you
Mhm.
do not, if the card is fraudulent and you use the chip reader with the chip card, they will be responsible for taking care of whatever is the problem.
Okay.
But if you swipe and didn't dip the chip, you will be responsible.
Mhm.
I send an invoice.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
That and
So
and and read the details of whatever payment processor you're using. Read those
Yes.
details. A
Read the
lot of people
terms
don't.
and conditions. And when they update it, they send you an email. We've updated. Read those things. Don't just delete them.
Exactly.
Read them.
Right.
Even with
And
Apple will send you stuff. Google, everybody sends you those updates, so you have to read them with anything, with any service that you're using. Please read it, the updated terms and conditions.
right. Read the dialog box, people. When you click on something and
mhm.
the box pops up, don't just swipe it away and keep
Read
rolling.
it.
Find out
Read
what
it.
it is.
Read it.
Exactly.
So there's some more comments.
The room is abuzz
Uh,
today.
Yeah.
yes, it is. Then
Jill.
Jill
Yeah, Jill.
said,
Mm-hmm.
true, even some stores that are still open only take card as they don't want to touch potentially contaminated cash.
Yep.
That's true.
Yep.
I
But
went
to
into,
Cash
touch
is
your
paper.
potential
Cash is
contaminated
paper.
card, huh?
Cash is paper.
Well, no, they won't let out of the place I went into. They had the card reader out front and said, "Put your card in there." They said,
Oh,
"Put the
okay.
card in."
And then
They
we
didn't.
have to put in our, if we're using the ATM, then we got to touch it to put in our yeah.
Not if you put on some gloves,
Put on
or
gloves.
you put on some
Yeah.
gloves, use your knuckles, do something else. But they're
Yeah.
telling you to put the card in,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then wash your hands after you finish.
Yeah, wash your hands.
Or
We
you
got a
can
new
wear
way of
gloves
doing
and
things.
throw them away once you finish with. So what people don't realize is like people think, oh, I'm protected, I have gloves. But if you're using those same gloves for several different
You
tasks,
can't.
they're still contaminated.
You
You're
can't
just
do
moving
that.
it around, people.
Right.
And those of us who work in the hospital industry, you changing gloves after every
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 patient.
everything you do, you finish, gloves is going in the trash.
Yes.
You're doing this all day long, and you're
Exactly.
washing hands in between all of that.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So we got to
I've
do
had
that.
right. Now we're trying to get people to teach. I've seen people take gloves and just go and do stuff and
No,
just
don't do
doing
that,
stuff.
people.
And I was
No.
like,
What's
don't
the
do
point?
that.
Yesterday I had to go 3 different places, so I knew that I needed 3 different pairs of gloves. So go in one place, and I don't put them on until after I get out of the car. That's why.
Right.
So put them on after I get out of the car. Go in that place, throw them away, get back in the car. Next place, put them on after. So I keep doing that every time. So I just calculate
Right.
how many places I'm going, and that's the amount of
Right.
gloves I need to take with me.
There you go.
Or even you
If
put a
I'm
box
going
of
anywhere.
gloves in the car.
Yeah, you can do that. You
Yeah.
can do
box
that.
in the car.
But
I
that's-
got my box.
But you know that's those are. I don't want anybody breaking into my car.
Oh yeah, you don't want to have the box in plain. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, she
You
got
said you're at a
gloves.
she
premium.
got gloves,
Yes. Mm-mm.
gloves
Not-
and masks. Let me break up in there.
Exactly. So
Mark has a comment. He says it's a dark day for strippers. The stripe reader doesn't go with the outfit. Just saying. Okay.
I'm not gonna touch that.
wow and
Whatever,
wow.
people.
Claudia said Mark got some serious jokes today.
All the time. That's Mark. We love
Mark,
it.
I hope you are using this time to remember what I said on Mediascope. Become more whatever it is, you need to come out on the other side of this better, smart, more. So
Yes.
you better be funnier and more Netflixer with your special by the time this is over. I won't accept less.
True.
Right. Maureen says she's learning a lot. And Brenna says she wipes them with her Norwex cloth, which I have mine.
Mm.
And Jill says, I love stores except Apple Pay. I just put my phone near the reader without touching anything, and boom, the transaction is complete. I've done that too. I could forget my wallet at home and I'm good. I've done that too. I was like, dang, man, but I left my wallet somewhere and they got Apple Pay. It is genius.
I love Apple Pay.
See, I don't have iPhone, so.
Well, but they have Google Pay.
That's true. No thanks.
And then the watch, because I have the watch, so I love it. I'm just bloop. I don't even pull my phone.
And you just like you just and you're touching your own stuff.
That's true. Enjoy.
Yeah.
And Brenda says no gloves here. Carlos says if you use gloves, attach a trash bag to your waist. Don't throw them on the floor. I would expect that you throw the gloves wherever you're supposed to throw them and not on the floor.
You said the key word there is expect. You would expect and think people would, but there have been an awful lot of people. This is why municipalities have been saying, yes, please use this equipment, but please don't throw it on the ground. Why would you do that? But unfortunately, we do.
Right.
Not we, but people do, and which is why they've had to come out and make these announcements.
Yeah.
Right.
Fran, there's a comment from Claudia. That's a good one. She's talking about taxes and QuickBooks.
Okay, let me see. Did it go down or?
I think it might have to go up. It was a big one, like a big comment. I don't want to miss
the one about digital. Okay.
No, I only use,
I only use PayPal and QuickBooks, and QuickBooks that has a digital form. since they have better records for business. The other modes don't have good methods to report at the end of the year taxes. Square does. Square gives you a
Yes, they do.
whole breakdown for all your taxes and
They
everything.
do.
Okay.
They do a really good job.
Good.
So you don't have
And-
to do
yeah.
any entering either.
Mm-mm.
Good to know. See, this is all good information to know.
Right.
No, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. I
Okay.
mean, taxes are so much easier to do now than they were years ago.
No, it's the only place. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think
Um,
that's it. I think.
yeah,
well,
and Bobby was
yeah.
saying, why go anywhere at this moment?
Essential
Essential
only, right.
Yeah, and that's what we're talking about. That if
Right,
you got to
for
go to the
essential
grocery store,
Yeah.
and we're not just going, okay, because nothing is open.
Not me.
And we're just talking about grocery store, bank, whatever it
Drugstore,
is that you
the
have to get
drugstore,
to.
yeah, the pharmacy.
Right.
Oh, I wasn't going to H&M to find a new outfit.
No.
Okay, I went because I had to go out, and then I didn't really have to
Right.
get out of the car. Like I had to go to the bank. Most branches are closed, but the drive-throughs are open, so I had to go
Right.
where there was a drive-through.
Right.
Even
And then you have
there,
to touch the
put
stuff,
on
yeah.
the gloves. That thing is not going in
Yep.
my car. Outside of the car. Put it back.
Right.
Mhm.
So she's
Right.
going to essential places. She's not going, pleasure.
Yeah, if I don't have to leave, I don't leave. There's no reason for me to go anywhere. But
I don't
unfortunately,
either. I'm
yesterday I had to. So
I'm like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not, it has to be a necessity. I'm not leaving.
And
no.
then Carlos says he pays with his phone and watch and card. Also does
NFC. That's
NFC.
that, I forgot what is it? Not the. I'm thinking RID, the thing where it can't scan your card or something.
Right,
That's
right,
something
right.
Carlos, explain the
And
NFC.
yes, Carlos, please explain that. And then Michelle says she used QuickBooks Small Business app. It's only $5 a month.
Oh wow, that's not bad.
Yeah,
Not
No,
bad
it's
at
not
all.
and I do believe QuickBooks will connect you with a real life like accountant, bookkeeper. Like if you need help, like they'll, you're
And see,
allowed to
that's
set
good.
sessions. Yeah,
That's good.
And thank you,
A
Brenna.
real person.
Brenna says, have a great day. She's got to go to the post office.
bye, Brenna.
All right,
Okay,
Brenna.
so I want to
Be
be back on one
prepared,
of those.
Brenna. Take a chair to the post office because you're going to be there a minute.
I saw a line
just
outside Home Depot
Take a little
too. I was
folding
like, why
chair
are
if you
these
got a
There's
small
lines
in
chair.
everywhere,
line?
guys. There's lines everywhere. I'm just,
Mhm.
you really
That's
got
why
to.
if you can order it, so you don't have to stay. Like I usually, my store to shop at is Trader Joe's. I love it,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
they don't have delivery, so you
Nope.
have to go and stand in line, which I don't want to do.
Mm.
So I'm like, okay, can I get what I need from Publix or wherever where I can use Instacart? That's what I had to wait. I said, I can? Great. I'll be back to, if I definitely have to go get something, I will. But I'm like making substitutions now, which we all have to do because of the fact of, all right, it's easier to do this or easier to, not go and put yourself in.
Mhm.
That makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot.
Yeah. Now, Bobby asked, do they make a glove for the phone? Bobby, the gloves that I've seen, the ones that I have right now, and I think we got them at Walmart. I'll go take a look and see. You can put them on, and they still will.
Mine worked yesterday.
Yeah, through the phone.
the
I mean, as long as they got some warmth from your blood or fingers or whatever, it will still work.
Should be okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was going to talk to you all about this. The last thing, maybe, I don't know, unless you all have some. Oh, we still got media and social media we got to talk about too. But
Yeah, I
anyway,
know. I'm
this is ordering food
Yes.
delivery.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's a local restaurant here. My husband and I, we wanted to get some food from their restaurant, right? So we said, well, they have a company that will deliver their food. So there's what is it? Postmates. There's DoorDash. That's what it is. Postmates, DoorDash, Grubhub, some other people. But
yeah, there's a bunch. Yeah.
So there's a system. So apparently, DoorDash, they got two different companies that will deliver for them, Postmates and DoorDash. So I just got on there and I was gonna go to DoorDash. And so I think it was DoorDash. One of them, I went in there and I said, I want these items from the food.
Yeah.
Went to go check out. They said they were giving away free delivery. Then I'm looking at the total and I'm like, wait a minute. If the delivery is say $40, I mean, if the food totals $40, why am I paying $70?
What?
So I went down and I'm looking through the thing. There is a service fee.
No.
And then they added a suggested tip for the driver. I was like,
but
I don't think so.
If it's suggested, why are you putting it in for me? Let me do that myself.
They need to stop with this nonsense.
I was like, now, here in California, if you price gouge, they will come after you for price gouging. They need to do that for some of these delivery companies. That's it, seriously. So you're telling me there's no delivery fee, but you're charging me $10, $12, anywhere from $4 to $12 for a service fee. And then you're going to suggest a tip that you put on there.
See, and we're going to remember this after all of this is over.
True.
So then let me tell you what I did. So I said, well, let me try the other delivery person.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They put on a $14 service fee.
What?
I was like, so I said, you know what? Let's just go pick up the food. So I went online to order the food. Do you know that those two companies had, so I'm going to get a banana pudding, right? And it's at the restaurant, it was $7. On their delivery, it was $9.
Yes. Wow. Yeah. So you had, let me ask you, was it, because sometimes you have to be careful. It was, was it Grubhub or one of these delivery services? They had gotten in trouble for creating websites for companies. And then you go to that site thinking you are ordering from them. And what they're doing is you're ordering that and then they turn around and order the food for you and bring it. But they can make whatever. Right. They're charging you a fee. So, but it's not really from that site is not from the restaurant. It is a site. Now, they cracked down on, I think it was Grubhub, if I'm not mistaken. Wow. They cracked down on them doing it. I don't remember if it was Seamless or whatever, but they were making these sites. You say you wanted to order from Pizza World. They would make a Pizza World site with all the same menu items, but there would be differences in prices. Wow. And so you would order from Pizza World thinking that it was them. And the way they caught some people is because sometimes people wouldn't get their order. They were like, well, we did XYZ. And then they were like, we don't even sell that. That's how they started figuring this stuff out.
Crazy.
Yeah, and that was the deal. And I'm specifically talking about Postmates and DoorDash. For the one for where we wanted to go get the food. We went over to the food. It was $2 less on average, $2 to $4 less on every item. I was like, seriously?
Wow.
That's crazy.
I will just go pick up the food. They had curbside, so I can order it online and go pick up the food. I was like, see, y'all did wrong. Y'all don't understand who you're talking to. Now, Uber Eats.
Curbside, just come pick it up.
Uber Eats didn't do that.
When it's that obvious, $40 to $70, that's
I was like, whoa. I get to the checkout. I'm like, what are you talking about? $70.
Right. And it's not like it's going to the restaurant. That's the thing.
It was.
It's not. Wow.
So restaurants are already hard pressed for these types of things. And then you go and try to be opportunistic and make money off of this situation. Was my mother used to say, Chineke Paul, may God punish you. So.
And it was just, and Mark says the prices are not always the same. You're right. And you compare all the time. I was like, oh no, I'm not paying you $70 for $40 worth of food.
No. And then you sit down and think about it like, $70? What are we getting that is
What are we
actually
paying?
worth $70?
It cost me less gas to go get it and bring it back than it. So
Wow.
I was like, you know what? And then I went to the restaurant's site, and I was like, wait a minute. The banana pudding was $7 here. Why is it $9 over there? And I'm like, whoa. I
That's
feel
crazy.
Taking a little banana pudding kickback is what they're doing.
right. And so, because when I first did the delivery, they didn't deliver, the restaurant itself didn't deliver to my area. But then there was Postmates and somebody else, and they said, "Oh, we'll deliver for you." I should have known something right then, because we're like 5 or 6. I don't know how far out we are from the restaurant, so they didn't deliver in my neighborhood. I was like, okay, no problem. We'll just. Okay. So compare, just like Mark said, compare, and make sure you take a look. Just don't be letting us swipe your card. I was like, wait a minute.
So a question, I have a question for you ladies. Are you leery? Obviously not you, but Fran, but are you leery of ordering out now?
I am. I'll be honest, I am. I'm telling you right now, when they say, "Oh, everything is open," I'm not rushing back. Everybody else can rush back, and because here in New York, they're just chomping at the bit to go to bars and restaurants and hang out. I'm like, go ahead. You're welcome to go to those places.
Have at it.
I'm not. Only because you have to take a personal responsibility and say, how much exposure do you want? Even though they say it's okay to open the restaurant, or it's open now, but I can't see what they're doing. I'm just getting the food. Now here's an idea, and it was on Bonnie Frank. Yeah, I just forgot her last name, Bonnie, because she does all these stories. So on her Instagram, she highlighted a pizza place in St. Louis, and they give you the pizza box, but everything's uncooked. Like the dough is wrapped, everything's in an individual container, like the cheese, the pepperoni, the salt, whatever you order. So, and they deliver it to you like that, and you make it in your own oven.
Oh wow!
So it's like Papa John's.
Yeah,
okay.
pizza.
Yeah, Papa John does that.
She is. Yeah, and then she took it's on her Instagram. She took a picture of it's the box, and they have the pizza like a regular pizza box, and they showed all the ingredients inside. The raw dough. The dough is not, they make the dough. All you have to do is roll it or stretch it out at home into a pan, and you
I'm
put the
not
sauce
doing
and
it.
the cheese up. Yeah.
So I think there's like Papa Murphy. Papa John's is already done. Papa Murphy has something like that where you take and bake.
Yeah,
where they've already rolled it out and put it out.
Yeah.
So let's see. Tati, Mark said Tati's right. You usually go to the restaurant site because they'll indicate which delivery service if they don't have their own. And hey, Sharon and Maureen says we pay for convenience. We do. And then Claudia says, it ain't going to the driver. And that was the other thing. I was like, and I still got a tip and y'all taking, okay. And you're using an app. It is not like you're actually doing something.
Exactly.
Mark said, I'm not worried about no contact delivery or curbside pickup.
I guess it's. Go ahead.
With me, I'm sorry. Before this, I was never a big out. I always cook everything, just about. I mean, unless there was like, okay, I don't really feel like cooking, so we'll get the Chinese or we'll get this, the neighborhood spots that we know. But it's not like a lot of eating out. That's just me. I like to cook everything, so I've just been cooking everything because I'm used to it. But I know some people can't do that or don't want to do that. So, but everybody has to make the choice that they want.
Yeah,
and maybe go ahead.
No, I'm like, no, that's the thing that you made a big point about choice, that the fact that there are choices out there. And I think it also has to do, like with me, we didn't eat out when I was little. So, you just kind of grow up with that. If you ask for something like McDonald's, my mother was like, there's rice at home. So
mom was like, McDonald's, I'll make you a burger. I'm not going to so I was never a big, I mean, I eat at those places, but it's not like a thing where, there are some people that they eat those things
They
all
eat
the time.
out
They never
every
eat home.
day.
Right. Yes, they don't eat a home cooked meal, or they don't make a
Ever.
meal or a salad. Or you don't even have to cook a big meal, a salad and some chicken, some grilled chicken, something. People don't do that. They're so used to the convenience of the restaurant makes it or whatever. And that's fine. That's fine. But I'm just saying personally, I'm like, I've always done that. Continuing.
Look, we didn't get to do that. McDonald's was a treat.
Yes.
Maybe once a quarter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was not, we was rolling up in McDonald's for lunch and breakfast.
For me, it was after church. Like, okay, I'm going to church and I get to eat McDonald's after church. That was like the thing as a kid. So that was the treat part of it. But now it's like, okay.
And so now it's become mainstay. We can't do that. And I'm thinking, if some people, maybe I would order at my favorite restaurant every once in a while, but not on a regular. I'm going to the grocery store.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the same amount that you think, if you think about it, the same amount that you spent to buy everything that you wanted from, whatever restaurant or what, you could buy the ingredients and make it yourself. Now I get it. It's a convenience of not having to make it, but then it's also the peace of mind of I made this. And so if anything
I know what's in it.
It's me.
Yeah.
It's on me.
Right. I know what's in it.
Everybody wants to make that choice, and I understand. I'm just saying, for me personally, I'm like, New York can open up. I'm not going. No, I'm going to give it some time because I'm like, no,
they can open all they like.
Go ahead.
Right. Maureen said, "Our health is in our hands. It's all about choices."
Exactly. That's it.
And then Michelle says, I've been looking at this time as a blessing. I'm doing things like cooking all the meals for me and the kids whenever I had, and when I had myself convinced I do not have time to cook. Before she convinced herself she didn't have time to cook, at the time we ate out a lot. Not only do I see I have time, I set my schedule as if I'm all in my daily grind. So when we are free from quarantine, I will still have my new habits in place. I really don't need to spend that extra money anyway.
Thank you, Michelle. That's great. See, because this is what's happening. Everybody's at home and you're like, okay, if you bought all this food, okay, Google is your friend. YouTube is your friend if you want new recipes on chicken or whatever you like. There's videos, there's recipes. There are all the people that have recipe blogs. Their traffic is just going through the roof.
You know what though? I know I feel you, but this is also not the time to be trying new things and messing it up. So
no, it has to be a trusted something you used before, or that looks good. And the ones with all of the pictures, like don't have one picture that's blurry. Like have 10 pictures that are like, okay, this from every angle. Those are the ones that I'm trusting because I'm like they're taking pictures. But there are people, people that are celebrity chefs or regular chefs or whatever. They their names. They have websites and now they have more recipes than ever. And like Michelle says, you have the time now to cook.
You can do this, and you didn't have the time before. And that money that you're saving, you can go buy the equipment that you needed.
Yeah, I'm looking at a new food processor now. I'm like, because I'm making a bunch of salsa. So they're like, we want salsa. I was like, well, I need a bigger food processor to make my salsa.
There you go.
So I gotta buy a new. I'm going on Amazon. Like, when can I get this thing? I need it.
Mark said I had a piece of carrot cake for dinner a couple of days ago. I had a chip dip, healthy eating.
That salad.
Yeah, and you can do that. Now I will order groceries through Instacart in a heartbeat. Bring my food to my door.
I have not
$70.
set up my auto delivery. I'm gonna have to set up an account.
I can't get anything from Instacart here or Amazon Fresh. I can't. There's no delivery times at all.
Yeah, and Instacart because we order from Sprouts, and so Instacart was telling me normally it's the same day. It's now 2 days out.
Really? Now, see, I don't know what it is about this area because when I I anticipated that was going to be an issue too. And with if Whole Foods or whatever, when I ordered from there, I had to hurry up and get a window. However, Instacart, what they did is they opened up more windows. They changed algorithm and they opened up more windows. And so now it is so I guess it depends on your area, because I made an order and the same day, and it was like at 1 o'clock, they said between 3 and 5. So I was like, oh, okay. So I was expecting it to be a bigger window, but Instacart has opened up more windows.
Okay, I'm gonna go check them out now, because I was like, I don't want it in 2 days. I want it sometime today. I will wait later in the day, but I didn't want it. I don't want to wait 2 days.
Check it out. They have more windows open now. So
okay, I will check them out. And then Instacart also was a little bit more presentable in their delivery to people when they pull up in a car. It's like, the car is clean. Grubhub and some other places.
I was so upset about that woman's car. I don't blame you though.
If your car is nasty and you got a cigarette hanging out the car, I'm not ordering from you. I will not order from Grubhub just because of that.
Personal,
it was just not
everything. Even if there's no epidemic, no pandemic, I need you to look presentable anyway.
Please. Okay. Wow. I wanted to hear about all these free concerts, Tachi.
Oh gosh, there are so many free concerts. I don't know if you all were able to catch the free concert with Andrea Bocelli that happened Easter Sunday.
I heard good things about that.
Yeah,
it should be on YouTube, right?
Yeah, it is on YouTube still, so you could go back and watch it. It was a 24-minute wonderful concert. So take in that, especially if you're really a big fan of classical music. I don't even know where to start, because there are tons. Everybody is doing something. So from the big concerts, there's actually 2 concerts coming up. There's a concert coming up. Is it on BET? Yeah, there's a BET concert, but they have. Right. Then there's one with a whole bunch of people like John Legend, and that is coming
Saturday?
up too.
There's one on Saturday.
Right, that's on Saturday. You need a schedule for a schedule of all the different live stuff that's going on. It's absolutely crazy. So then there are also a lot of different local organizations, locally check where you are. Here we have the Arts Center, the Adrienne Arts Center for the Performing Arts, which is in Miami, right next to the arena where the Heat plays. So it's really big. It's spread out over like 2 blocks. And that's where they have, like, when Broadway Across America comes, they usually go there. And so they have something called Arts Center at Home, or Arts at Home. And so they've got visual, performing arts, they've got workshops, and all these things are free so that you can entertain yourself while you are sequestered. They also have like these concerts, that are individuals coming into your home. And speaking of which, I don't know, one of my favorite artists is Kem. Kem did a concert on Saturday on Instagram. So I said, oh, and he had his little keyboard and was singing songs from different albums. Just so you've got those small little concerts to big things happening. And
also, I'm sorry, Tachi, did Andrew Lloyd Webber?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Andrew Lloyd Webber is doing, they're showing Broadway plays on Fridays. They did Joseph and the Technicolor
Dreamcoat. Yes.
And today they're doing Phantom of the Opera. So like every Friday, and you get reminders on YouTube.
Oh, I gotta go see that. I love Phantom of the Opera and the Technicolor.
Subscribe to it's Andrew Lloyd Webber's channel. It's in I forgot the name of it. Something Broadway something. But it's his channel. And you subscribe, and then there's a reminder for each Friday show. So I have I saw the one for today is Phantom of the Opera. So I got my reminder on.
Oh,
I don't know what they're going to do next week, but that's free.
Love Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Look, you know what I saw? The Phantom of the Opera that they did with Gerard Butler. I was like, shut up. I was
Oh.
like, ain't that the dude from Angel Has Fallen and all the other ones? He was the dude in Phantom of the Opera. I was like, wow.
Wow.
Crazy.
Wow.
And now he's all action figure, but whatever. I'm gonna watch it again.
Yeah. There's also like, and she said, Terry said, if you go to the, it's called The Shows Must Go On.
That's it. I was thinking Stan. I was like, why am I thinking Stan? But yeah, The Show Must Go On. That's the name of the channel. It's on
Yes.
YouTube.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Okay.
free.
So we like YouTube right now.
So Mark
Right?
Mark has some comments. Yeah, Mark has added some comments about the last week was Jesus Christ Superstar. So there's been two
Oh, dang,
already.
I missed it.
That's one of my favorites. Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yes.
People watch the replay. I didn't check to see.
I was
Okay, so
gonna
Mark
ask,
said
are
the
these still gonna be on
Stratford
replay?
The
think so.
Stratford Shakespeare Festival is streaming 12 of their productions on film beginning April 23rd, Shakespeare's birthday. I
What?
did not know I shared a birthday with Shakespeare. I have got to put that in
I'm
my
just saying.
bio.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
And then he said, from Weber's Free Productions, I watched Jesus Christ Superstar last week. Okay, so I need to go sign up for that because I do like the arts. I just get the point of me trying to go down to San Francisco to get to the
You see what I'm saying?
the gala because we ain't getting in that building, but I can go to YouTube.
And then you know what? Check your local arts organizations because a lot of them are doing things online. We have
Nice.
a lot of our art galleries are doing visual tours and that type of thing of their collections that they have. So I would just go ahead and check your local arts organizations because I bet they're doing things. And you know this probably TJ that Brick in Brooklyn they have like Brick. What not Brick at Home, it's Brick Some, but they're doing a whole bunch of things and they have a schedule of the things that they're doing. And so Brick is an arts organization, public access and that type of stuff in Brooklyn. And they have a bunch of stuff that they're doing. I love Brick. So
I believe the Met was doing something too. The Metropolitan Opera was showing some things too. So you have to check your favorite type of musical or music or whatever. Check the artist and see what they're doing live. Because one of the things I was going to say that Instagram Live, you can do Instagram, you can watch Instagram Live on the desktop now. It was before you had to watch through the app. Now you can watch on the desktop, but now you got to figure out who is doing live. Because like Taji said, there's no one site that says this person is doing, what's happening live on Instagram. You kind of have to be following the person to know. But there are lots of Instagram Live things. Just look at the news or here's Twitter. Twitter is good for this. That they'll list things or Facebook or wherever. Just follow the artist or whoever you like and see what they're doing live on Instagram. And it's on the desktop.
Claudia said, I've also been learning a lot as the park rangers here in California take us around the state parks and show us local wildlife and the beautiful scenery. I've never learned so much about California history and have nature had built the scene and nature had built the scenes we enjoy.
Here in New York, they have the Bronx Zoo is online live and the New York Aquarium. So they're doing it for the kids. So they have educational stuff to watch. Instead of going to the zoo is coming to them.
Now see,
listen, I'm going to get spoiled by all this stuff because I'm never going to want to pay for any entertainment again.
Parking, none of that.
The new premiere movies are coming to you. You don't have to go to the movie theater. The zoo is coming to you. Music is coming to you. Everything is coming to you now.
Exactly. I like that. I like that. And I would be willing to give them something for that. Absolutely. Because I know there's production costs and all of that. So okay.
Yeah, because now the movies, we already said that Amazon Prime did $20. The movie, if it was coming out today, you would go to the movies. Now the movie is coming to you. You go to Amazon Prime, you pay $20, and you get to see the new movie.
Okay,
there you go.
And without the stale popcorn,
and and not sitting shoulder to shoulder to people.
See, that's the thing.
Exactly. And well, can I? This was actually the story that I was going to bring up today. I had talked about it on Mediascope. Speaking of what you were saying, movies coming to you and not having to sit next to stale people and stale popcorn. Yes. So Cinemark, which is one of the large movie companies, movie exhibition companies, has set their sights on opening back. Not necessarily to full capacity, but opening back by July 1st.
And I'm sitting next to people, or
oh, well, they have no plan for social distancing while that happens. They said they're just trying to open by July 1st.
And
well, let me tell you, Sean Gamble, who is the CFO and COO of Cinemark, told investors this on a special call like Tuesday or whatever. Okay. They're going to ramp up. That's what they said. Ramp up by July 1st. Okay. And then he said, though, he cautioned it could take about 3 months before the circuit is experiencing normal levels of business. Sean, how about we try July 1st, 2021 before you start to see a modicum of normal business? And clearly he is living up to his name. His name is Gamble. You are taking a huge gamble by trying to open up on July 1st. And it's not only that. They're trying to open up on July 1st, but they laid off 17,500 of their staff and furloughed 50% of their administrative staff. So I wasn't good in math, so maybe you all can help me. I want to open by July 1st.
Right.
Now April.
Yes.
May, June, July, 3 months I want to open.
2.5.
17,500 people and furloughed 50% of the staff. Now let me add this, like ones that carry the 5. I can't figure it out.
No, we will be standing in line. You will be standing in a long line for stale popcorn because there's nobody at the counter.
I was going to say, we were
I.
standing in line anyway. So can you imagine?
Here's another thing. The rush to get back to business as normal or usual is first of all, that we don't have a normal anymore. Let's throw that out of the window.
That's gone.
Number 2, I think it's premature to even estimate when anybody is going to go back. You don't know what it's going to look like a month from now.
Like I said, they can open. I have no desire
to go. I'm not going, right? So here's the thing: the whole theater experience, going to a movie theater. There's sticky floors. There's the seats. You really don't know what's going. And now, because of all of this, people are going to be like, I don't know if I want to sit in them seats.
Some people will go. Now let's be real. Some people will go.
Some people are going to go.
There's people who are clamoring to get out now. They'll be the first ones to lie. Absolutely.
Let them go.
You always have to have the guinea pigs to go first. Let them go.
Go ahead.
The canary in the mine. Let those canaries sit down. Yes. Let them sit down and watch the movies. I'm not. You are the master or mistress of your own body. You're what you. Not I said the cat. You do what you like.
Okay, I have a nice theater size TV.
Yes. Agreed.
I can make my own popcorn.
Yep.
See?
With real butter.
I can sit in my pajamas.
And see, here is the thing. Most of the money made at a theater has nothing to do with the cost of the ticket that you purchased. It is on concessions.
Yes.
Theaters make the majority of their money on concessions.
That's why the candy is like $10.
Your $75 popcorn, stale popcorn, as you say. It's although the theater down the street has bomb popcorn, I'll say that. I don't go to watch movies most of the time. I'm like, no, I just came to get popcorn. So but they make a lot of money off of the concessions. I mean, because think about it. That is they probably pay pennies on the dollar for whatever it is they purchase, and then they mark it up like 400%. So they're making a killing off of that. So it's not that they're in a rush to get you the first run movies. They're in a rush to see that sweet, sweet concession cash.
That is not going to happen.
And now I got to stand in line extra long to give it to you because you
Not
fired
I.
everybody.
Not I.
I don't know what, again, like I said, I was, I'm a communication major. Words are my thing. Math is not. But I could add 2 and 2 and come up with the correct answer. Maybe it's that new math. I don't know.
Mark, let me get this comment from
Yeah,
Mark. He
please.
says, always check Broadway.com. They'll give you the heads up on a lot. This weekend, they're streaming Michael Urie in Buyer and Seller about the fictional court that works in Barbara Streisand's basement
Great.
mall.
I'm going to check that out.
And I'd really love to see some plays too. So.
Right. In addition to Medea and them. Okay.
Not Chitlin Circuit plays. I want to see them.
No, we're saying plays like Broadway. Let's say Broadway plays. Let's
Nothing wrong with his plays. Nothing wrong with those.
No, I'm not putting it down.
In addition to, Bobby said, I hope they're going to check temps at the door, talking about the movie theaters. And then Mark said,
I doubt it seriously.
Door and run a tape of rustling bags, chewing with mouth open and unnecessary talking to give you the movie theater experience.
That's an app idea. That's an app idea.
Oh, that's an app. You can put that on in the background while you watch.
Movie experience. I need the real movie theater experience. So I'm going to turn the app in or something, and it's going to come to my speakers.
And somebody's cell phone ringing in the middle of
somebody talking. Girl, don't go in there.
Mark, dear.
Genius, and because they made an app of coffee sounds, like in a coffee shop.
Yeah.
And it's a thing that you can play on your computer while you're listening at your desk, and it's just a coffee house.
Somebody coughing, somebody talking.
Yeah, so
I think they're talking over here about drive-ins. I think they're right. I think drive-ins may come back.
Let's see the comment.
Go to the movies anytime soon? No. Drive-in, distant parking? Yes. And the drive-in theaters may be making a comeback. We only have one here in this city. We used to have two.
Yeah, Claudia has a
We
comment.
got one.
We have one also.
Maybe drive-ins will open back up. They might. I don't want to walk to the concession stand like we used to have to go over the little hills where they had the radio things that you hung in the window. And then you had to walk over the thing.
Just think everything old. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we had to walk up to the concession stand and then walk back and try to remember where the car was parked.
Yeah.
Now see, they could modernize that. They could definitely modernize that.
Yeah, get people on roller skates to skate around, and they put their mask on and their gloves, and they stand 6 feet away from you. And
like they used to do at the Eaton Park.
True. You have to barbecue and bring your barbecue and your picnic basket.
Your whole dinner. I mean.
Yeah, just bring your own food. Just and then maybe there's some people that your movie experience box, and they can just be while you're coming in paying. Would you like to get the box of the popcorn and the candy and everything all in one box? Here it is.
That's a good idea.
And then Bobby said every other parking space coned off. It can work because technically your car is 6 feet wide anyway, so.
All right, ladies. I gotta run. There's 1 o'clock here. I gotta feed some people.
Yes.
Yep. We're about ready to clock out too. Thank you all for a lively conversation today. Check us out. Check out, follow somebody on here. And let's see. TJ, I think I'm going to watch Phantom of the Opera today.
I am
definitely.
Me too. I'm there.
Yep. I'm going to go take care of that right now. Go sign up over there. I'm like, oh, I like Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah, so check it out. Just do search on Twitter, search Google for live events for your favorite artist, your favorite type of entertainment. Somebody doing something somewhere live.
And you have that big screen TV that you bought with your stimulus check.
Use it.
Not the stimulus
Okay.
check.
Put it up in the backyard and treat the neighbors over the fence, okay?
There you go.
Thank you, everybody, for watching us.
Have a good one.
We'll be back on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.
Don't forget to go to the front of your own line. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.